You're welcome. Yeah, well, welcome is correct. Welcome to the nightmare that is game development. So we need to disconnect this, don't we? Now that's bad. That is not good. Irish John, nice. Is the stream okay for you? It's not okay on my end. I've got red text, I've got red banners everywhere. It's how you doing anyway? Welcome. So yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff that needs to change here. Oh, thank you. And no thank you. Get out. Why did I even open you in the first place? Get out. We're in a day and age where pressing the X does not X the press. Anyway, there's no post-processing going on, which is, again, weird. I think that'll be an engine issue rather than an input issue. And then we've got a whole bunch of UI stuff to do. All of which I relish. Truly and genuinely. Combat BP. So we have the canvas panel. Not sure about this. This, I'm also not sure about this. What anchor have we got going on here? It's a 0. Hang on, what? It's a 0.5, 0.5 alignment, that's fine. But the anchor itself... What? That's a really weird place to put an anchor. It's not actually anchored to anything. Do I even dare change this now? I dare not. It's not reliable though. If that goes on someone else's screen size, it's like, oh, put it. Oh, right. Okay, no, you got it's 10% from the top and 5% from the left. That's okay. No, we have numbers that we can only change by dragging. I hate this. It's the worst system. You can't edit this, can you? Oh. Round of applause, everybody. Round of applause for the Unreal Engine. We've got him. So we can change it. We can change the anchor right here. Kind of. Don't freeze. Aye. Right. So the minimum maximum, it's the bounding box that we can put it in, right? So it's the top left. It's the top left and the bottom right, or it's the bottom right and the top left? It's it's the bottom right is the maximum, which is weird because the bottom right corner is 0, 0, according to the screen position thing, which is fantastic. And now there's an offset of -2. Why do we bother? Why do we bother with floating point precision values? Just make there's never going to be a half pixel. Just make everything an int. Excuse me a second. This is very strong coffee. So you'll notice, why can you keyframe the anchor? That's dangerous. You'll notice that our anchor has become garbled now. And now I can't undo that. So that's what an anchor is meant to look like, no offset. But we gained a -0.02 offset, even when the minimum and the maximum were the same value, and it's just, I cannot tell you, I cannot even begin to express how mind destroying this is. Anyway, otherwise it's I mean, the devil is the function that it is, right? I wonder if I can make the, oh Jesus, I wonder if I can make the magic menu a sub. If I can make the magic menu a sub-menu of this. If I can actually put the magic menu into this menu. Because this has got some stuff. So can input is useful here. It is bound within the place where it needs to be bound. And it's used in the place where it needs to be used. This is boilerplate template of how to not get something to activate when it's being activated. So you go to activate it. If it can be activated, set that it can't be activated, and then activate it. And then when it's finished activating, reactivate it. We have an idiot check as well, which is it rechecks the values that would activate it, and if by some weird mechanic it has not reactivated itself, it will reactivate itself and then continue. Combat menu reference. Oh, hello. Combat menu reference can input. Right, so that is being used. That is despicable. So I was about to delete that. I was about to delete that variable from the project, but it's actually being referenced here, which is weird. I guess it is what it is. I really just don't like the way the menu's laid out. Like, conceptually, it's a bit weird. I don't like how I had to make this. This is a nightmare. But if right, okay. Okay. There's some things that we need to do. Not talking about it seems to not help. And now I know that I need to do something, and I've forgotten what I actually have to do. Jesus. The eternal struggle. So I want to put the magic menu in here. Things that I need to do while I put the magic menu in here. I need to delete the template garbage that I have in the magic menu. So I have one of these. I have one of these. I have two of these technically. So I'm going to go and open the magic menu right now. And we're going to get rid of that border and that border. Boom, gone. We just have the magic menu now, which is fine, if not a little bit scary. Goes off the screen, don't really care. Has a bunch of stuff, don't really care. If I'm going to do this, set text of variable arrays. Can't actually do that now. I mean, we can, but we actually can't. So skills in doesn't need to be exposed on spawn. Bear with me. And set text variable arrays. I guess we can do it there. It'll just put in default values, I hope. It'll do something. Probably something very unuseful that we don't want it to do, but you know, it'll do something. We'll get an error message, or we won't get an error message. But we actually need custom event, which is going to be update magic list, and it takes an input of skills in, which is an SD skills array, which is going to be set to skills in, which I called skills in, which I'm actually going to rename skills local. And then we need set variable text array there. Oh, we need to set we don't need to set cursor position, do we? Oh, but everything re-references this variable is fine. I was going to say we need to set the new length of the thing, but we actually don't need to set the new length of the thing because the length of the thing is referenced directly every time by this variable. So it should just work. Quote unquote. TM. I'm going to put that up near the top here because it's quite important. So that's one thing. That's one thing. Theoretically, I should be able to just drag this out and then 0 this, size, alignment X. Something's wrong about that, huh? Something's vastly wrong about that. Magic menu designer. The menu container. So the canvas panel's the whole thing. The menu container has an anchor there. That has literally everything in it. Okay, so if I replace this with its child, please don't break. It broke. Oh, it works. In use, pin skills in no longer exists on node create widget. The type of value is undetermined. Connect something to create widget. Current value of the value pin is invalid. Array input pins like value must have an input wired to them. Try connecting and make array node. Cool. So that's not good. Those aren't errors here, but those are errors here. Interesting. Anyway. We need Z order. So this is going to be Z order 1, I believe. And then the magic menu will be Z order 0, which is fun. This is in UMG combat selector. All right, yeah, we don't need that anymore. Hold on. In fact, we don't need any of that anymore. Which is interesting. We will need to delete all that because that's incorrect. Get the magic menu. It has a function. Update magic list, correct? So we don't need to make the menu anymore because the menu is built in. And that is actually a really cool feature of the Epic Game Unreal thing that I had not accounted for, is the fact that you can just put a whole widget that you've made, whole meal, as not just as a procedural spawnable widget, but as a widget you can place as any other, like a panel or a primitive from miscellaneous, like a horizontal box, which allows you to create complex custom menus, quote unquote easily. Thank you. They definitely don't take hours of work still, and they definitely aren't intuitive to make. And it's like it's weird, right? I need to make an animation for this as well. Love this one. Yes, so I need to make an animation, which is fold, unfold, magic menu. Fold and fold magic menu is going to have the magic menu, and it's going to have a transform track. Good. It's going to have its rotational pivot set. Pivots 0.5, 0.5. It is going to be 0, 0.5. Isn't it beautiful? If we grab this, how it looks, it doesn't really look like this on screen. Should I set the visibility as well? Maybe. Color and opacity. A. That is really weird how that works. Or doesn't work. It looks kind of funky. I don't like it, but it's good enough to keep it out of the way, because you can kind of see that that's where the wheel would be in gameplay, right? So we play it. Unless we have some like bezel around this, some kind of mechanical device that has a cool animation. I'll think about that. Where's Notion? I don't have a button for Notion yet. Hi. First time chat from viewer Zrov. I hope I pronounced that right. Bugs. No bugs. There are no bugs. How satisfied are you with using Notion? Yeah, somewhat dissatisfied. Told me it was a godsend in the face of Trello, but it's only a minor upgrade. Not really. What you call it? What you intuitive? Intuitive to use. Kind of fiddly. Many screens are not locked from edit after creation, which has led to many accidental moves and deletes. Also did not sync with Trello, as I was told, even though I have fewer than 3 authentication notifications. It looks cool. What, a Notion? Sent to my email. I really like the priority tables for to do and bug lists, but otherwise it's over complicated and very text oriented. Kudos on local file access brackets untested. Please don't let me down. Smiley face end brackets. Send. There you go. That's my essay. What looks cool? The game or the to-do list? To-do list. Add. Lock work. Priority 5. I don't like how if you add a priority as well, it moves it like instantly. So you have to add the priority last, but it's like the second thing in the list, and you can't resize this smaller, so you can't fit anything more on the up down, up down. This the animation. Up down. Zoop, 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 zoop. Thank you. So we have to play fold and fold magic menu. Play animation. Start at time 1. Play speed -1. Okay, it just has a thing. Fold and fold magic menu. Well, thank you for your vote of confidence in how cool my game looks. It is mostly dev art right now. It's basically just real grotesque layouts. Because I'm very much not a UI designer. You fucked up. You done fucked up. Zoop. Access none trying to read property magic menu. Node. Update magic list. Event graph. Uber graph. Combat selector. Really? How? UMG combat selector. Show me the event graph, bro. It didn't show me the event graph, so now I have no idea what it's doing. Is it this? No? I'm pretty sure it's this. Whatever. Do I have to... I don't have to cast to it, do I? Surely I don't have to cast to it. This... we need an event begin play. Event construct. Here we go. PCP JRPG Combat. Oh, the other thing. Because this menu is animated on the main menu. Bind event to primary menu animation. Mouse event notified. Wild. I do it here. Play animation. Play animation. Forward. Playback speed 1. No, playback speed 10. Sorry. We want it to get out of there basically as fast as humanly possible. So you really shouldn't see it. Yeah. That's what we want. We have defend, and it's off screen the whole time, right? And now we have Eleanor. Press skills, and the rotation is still broken. That rotation still works, but also the skills don't update, which is interesting. Looks nicer when the skills don't update because they scroll nicely. Oh, Zeror, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Hope you enjoy it. Sorry, I didn't see that 5 minutes ago. That's a long time in game dev. Let me add you to the list. Damn, we're getting close to another pack opening. I still have like 32 booster packs to open. It's scary how many booster packs I have. Don't think about it. But yeah, it's a nice menu. It does the whole scrolly. Maybe it does need to be slightly darker at the bottom though. I think blueprint, runtime, and access none. Trying to read property magic menu. Node. Yeah. How would you read none trying to access magic menu? It's right fucking there. Update magic list. Trying to read access none. It's right. It's there. It's on screen. Like, I don't understand how. It's literally right there. Cast to UMG magic menu. It's a little bit fallacious, right? It's you shouldn't need that, right? Is that the wrong word? Am I using the wrong word? It's gonna be like, the thing you've already got is already UMG magic menu. You can't cast to that twice. It's like, fuck off. You said you couldn't find it, so buddy, here we are. We're gonna go find it. This is the fast, simplest way of finding it. Excuse me. My nose is all gummed up. I don't know why. So I don't know why defend doesn't work the first time you scroll to it. It's really weird. Attack works the first time you scroll to it. Interesting. Now it doesn't work at all. Very interesting. That's what's going on. Update magic list. Note. Magic menu is already a UMG magic menu. You don't need to cast a UMG magic menu. Okay. Why can I not? Do I actually need a clear array as well? Hold up. Why not? For the sake of completion. For the sake of not looking like it's gonna explode every second. So we got AR skill names, MP values. It looks very cool, thank you. AS skill names, AS MP values. It's doesn't work though. So as cool as it looks, it's broken. I didn't implement it. Every time I do this, every time I make a function, I'm like, it's done then, yeah? And the fact that you can't just drag a macro onto the execute pin anymore, that's a real productivity killer. Oi, oi, oi. So, Zeror, do you also make video games? Are you a video game maker? Like everybody else on Twitch these days? I'm kidding. Why doesn't defend work when you scroll to it the first time? Why doesn't the spells menu open? So there shouldn't be really anything hard in update magic list. Right? You know what? Do you know what? Do you know what? Does it needs to be instance editable to edit it? Don't, no, no, that's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. Don't, don't use the words. Item menu not implemented yet. Spells. Whoosh. It opens. It does not populate. I feel like we're gonna have to do something with the layout eventually with the game, because it's getting very claustrophobic. It's a lot of menu. It's not a lot of game space. It could be. It could be that we end up with dynamically resized player portraits. Maybe they shift. Maybe they move. I don't know. I don't really care. And the input wheel is fine when there's nothing attached to it, but when there's a menu attached to it, it's huge. And you're just getting this tiny little slither of the screen. Let's go back to, yeah, there were warnings. Access non trying to read property main menu. I have no clue. It should work. It's right there. It's in. Hey, the post processing is back, kind of, mostly. So like if we were to play in this view, see the menu is a lot smaller. But okay. We're losing a lot of frames too. Sorry about that. It's the same kind of vibe. It's still quite small. Like ultra wide means you get like a little bit more playable space. Lockwork. Consider a cool border to the action selection wheel for visual interest, and also to hide the item and or magic menus better. Consider also that this should be on the main combat menu as the child parent border in the canvas rotates the selector directly how do you spell claustrophobic? No way did I spell that right. The Yag? This one's for you. We did it. My coffee is cold. Since tweaking the menu may make combat less claustrophobic. Maybe have a switch between the party sheet on enemy turns and the combat wheel on player turns at the bottom. So instead of having, I can't believe I have to freaking deploy my party every time I want to show you something in the game. But instead of having the combat wheel roll in at the top, we can have the party screen at the bottom. And then when it's not your turn, it will show all four. And it will show the enemies. And when they attack you, your health bar, you'll be able to see your health bar, your MP bar get drained, get reduced. And then when it's your turn, you'll get the portrait of whose turn it is. You'll get the combat selector wheel. Underneath, I don't know. I am actually going to restart the editor though, because I get the feeling like that menu should work. I get the feeling that maybe the engine just freaked out for a brief moment. So we're gonna try that. Because really, how could it not find the object it's referencing when I have a static reference placed in the level of that object that it's trying to find? It's ridiculous. It's literally there in the variables list because it's a thing in the menu, and it's the thing that it's loaded in the menu when it's loaded into memory, because it's part of the menu, because it's a widget that I made in the menu, and it should just be able to use all the functions by requesting that. Am I not correct in assuming that if you have a static reference to a static object in a static frame in a menu, you should be able to just use it? Also, project settings. Default map. Editor startup map test is actually going to be Demo Combat Alpha. Is it a problem with the original variable? I'm pretty sure it can't be. Magic menu, here we go. Graph. Skills local, instance editable, expose on spawn. Private, no. Category, none. Replication, none. And we had such a good thing going, and then I had to go and break it by coding it actually how it's meant to be coded. Don't you just hate it when your horrible hack code works better than your actual good code? Also, what happens if I resize this? Like, I can't dive into this now because it's a set menu. What happens if I resize this like 200? It does actually just cut it off. Help. So if I were to like make this smaller, like it's very slow to undo these. I should stop messing around. It's at 900 wide. Make it 800 wide, just to save some space. I don't know why the outline on that widget doesn't disappear. Let's find out, actually. Designer. This one. It's this one. This one. Use brush transparency, yes. So now it should disappear. God damn it. You having a funny joke with me here, buddy? What have I done? Why isn't it rotating fully? Oh god. What the fuck is going on here? Why is there shear? Why did shear get applied? Did I accidentally add some shear? I apparently accidentally added some shear. And the keyframe is like all the way over there. I'll just delete these. I don't really want the keyframes and the things that I'm animating. Bop. No shear, no shear. Yeah? It's really weird how the background doesn't fade out either. Oh, because it's just it's a static image, right? Static. It's the the material doesn't have any opacity available to it, so it's not going to fade out, is it? Fuck. Whatever. Whatever. And then skills local, instance editable skills. Proposal spawn, don't really care. Runtime error access, not trying to read properly magic menu. Right. It's there though. It works. But it doesn't work. Access non trying to read property. Non trying to read property. User created widget. I know where the bug is. Why are you offering Unity help on fucking... Clicking... Oh, we're back. We got good stream rates again. Good. Tells me this code. I want to do this. Not doing this. No. This better not work. Streambug, welcome back. Nope, that's an error. That is a no paro-paroni. Why are the tabs semi-transparent now as well? What the flip is going on here? You're learning Python. Ooh. Are you being forced to learn Python? I'm kidding. Python's fun. You doing machine learning, maybe? Python's good for maths and machine learning, right? Because it's interpreted. You don't need a compiler or anything. You just run the code raw. So that doesn't work either. So that's interesting. You're doing print. You suck at Python. We all suck at Python. This is a C++ channel. We get crusty. We access memory. We only do visual scripting. Oh, there was no error, but it did not update the skill name. Oh, it did update. Interesting. I know the problem. I know the problem. I do know the problem, yes. Do I know the problem? I don't know the problem. I mean, I know the problem why it wasn't updating. Why I wasn't updating the thing. Do not know the problem why it's not. When you do know the problem, but you know not how to fix it. Well, I know two problems, and I know how to fix one of those problems, but the one problem that I know how to fix isn't the problem that I was actually trying to fix. It's this. No, that should be fine. Set text array very... Oh, no. No, I don't want to do that at all. What am I doing here? That is not what I wanted to do. I wanted to update current selection from skills. Update animated selection from skills. I'm an idiot. I am a massive potato idiot. Do not There is no clear text, is there? That's dangerous. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is delete clear text. Nice, yes, nice is yes. We're going to delete this macro. It's dangerous. You saved up a lot of those points, huh? Yeah. Nice. Wait. Oh, there they are. Nice. Yeah, I was using the wrong thing. I was using the wrong function. I don't know why I was using that function. I'm an idiot, probably. This is weird. So okay, this is messed up. This is gonna be magic. New ref. So that updates them. Question: does that work? Because it would be nice if that just worked. And there's something I didn't do here. My goodness gracious me. Oh, hello. We got a warning. Warning. Combat selector does not inherit from panel widget. Cast to UMG combat selector would always fail. Get. Okay. Let's just leave that hanging for a second. Combat selector. There's an error. Oh. Massive error. I can't even spin it now. That's a lot of errors. Access none trying to read property magic menu. Rotate menu ACW. Oh, snap. I do need. There is a big need, yes. Okay. Oops. player control. Yeah, we do need to set we do need to set this, I'm afraid. Wheel selector. Oh my goodness. Python might be like import, really be like import basic functionality. Really? But Python was pretty good. I thought it had good stuff. I thought it had good reviews. See if this works. It probably will, but it's like way over engineered. You know what I mean? Rand range 110 requires an import. I don't know what that means. Nope, error. Update, trying to read property magic menu. We can't move it though, so that's we fixed one error. Note, wheel select reference is already in UMG combat selector. Do not need to cast UMG combat selector. Well, if you tell me I don't need to cast to combat selector, friend, I will not. Well, we got a magic menu wheel ref, and now we can use the magic menu wheel ref instead of the magic menu. Be gone. Fingers crossed that gives us a solid random number between 1 and 9. Yup, Python said F you. I mean, not gonna lie, but don't you need to sharp include standard IO.h and cmath.h to use a random number checker? It works perfectly. I am a god king in game development. There is no bug too big that I cannot squash. I'm pretty sure you need to import a whole bunch of libraries before you can. You need standard IO.h just to do console out. You can't do a C out in C without importing the library for doing C out. I'm not trying to grind gears, but that seems reasonable. that seems normal. Oops. Okay, it works. It's so unbelievably backwards, but it does work. I don't understand why I can't just use the reference of the object that I've dragged into the scene. But we have managed to get ourselves a dynamic reference to the menu. So the menu can now be pasted into the zone correctly, adequately. The shading isn't quite what I expected it was going to be in game. It's a lot less shading. I thought it was going to be like really shady, but it's I might need to make that more intense. Change the offset so it's actually black at the top and the bottom. It doesn't look like it's actually black at the top and bottom. The tabs are back to being fully opaque though, which is nice. I don't know why they weren't fully opaque to begin with, but that is by the by. I'm just gonna go look. Okay, I know it's I know I haven't been here for a very long time. I'm just gonna go reheat my coffee. Maybe add a scoop of sugar, because it's kind of raw today, man. It's beating me up, and the game. I basically just seem to be like a web developer at this point. I'm just doing UI garbage. So I'll give you something nice to look at. In fact, I won't give you something nice to look at though. I'll whip it out in the engine because it's a little bit of a bigger scene to deal with. Camera control, baby. Camera control. There we go. So that's something nice. Get rid of the log. We don't need the log. And I'll... So it works now, and it works in the worst way. I wasn't like, I put as much dynamic effort into this channel as I possibly can muster. Okay, so I do the live video and the pre-recorded video at the same time, using the same resources and the same A equals B, B equals A, C equals null, undefined. Won't compile. Python's really bad at something undefined variables, isn't it? Python's the one where you have to initialize every variable, isn't it? I know C, you can just make a variable and then never use it, and C will just be like, well, I'll reserve the memory, but if you don't use it, that's on you. You ever been to Germany? I really feel like I need to go to Germany. Like, not right now, but, you know, in the future sometime. Holiday, maybe. Maybe if any German video game developing companies, if there are any left, want to hire me, that'd be cool. We can make shitty RPG games together. C equals 1, C equals B, B equals 2. No. Plus 11. Not equals 2. C undefined. You've done a bad there. You've assigned C to an undefined variable B, which you've then defined as being 2. But that won't compile, that won't run, because you already did it once. But you can't have done it because it didn't exist. Stream bug. You gotta write proper code that works. That's my assessment anyway. It's probably wrong. As I say, it's been 5-6 years since I even looked at Python. When I looked at that PNG you sent, that was 5-6 years ago. Promise. Bet. Easy. Anyway, I just want formal visual confirmation proof that it did actually work. Open the item menu, my dude. Yeah. Whoosh. Did indeed absolutely work with no bugs. It's translucent again. It's gone purple. Am I seeing things? It hasn't fully reconciled the transparency. Everything looks a bit. You can see, look, because the text is meant to be black outline with white text. You can see that it's not fully. Fuck's sake. That's in the combat selector. Designer animation graph, correct? Unfold magic menu magic. How do I change this now? Right, so you just do that. Save. What if it was already 1 by the time it got to there? Huh? What about that? What if it was already... What if it was already invisible when it got to there? I look so shit. Yeah, okay. So that's a Todo. Unfolding menu background. Menu layup. That's like a P4. Like, I don't need to do it now. You want algebra? Look in Discord. Oh, God. I do not want algebra. F of n is equal to n over 2 if n is even, or 3n plus 1 if n is odd. Solve that. N equals anything but repeat the function. If it ever reaches 1, then it's not the answer. It's 6, isn't it? Oh, it's a number file. Is it number file? Was it number file? It wasn't 3 blue, 1 green. It was either number file or that dude. It's not 6. It is 6. It's not a, maybe it isn't 6. But it's not there is no one answer. It's a convergent. There is a convergence towards a number, but there is no actual answer, right? Is it 12? Is it 11? But there is no proof. It's impossible to prove. It just looks very likely that there is going to be one solution, which is a specific number, because if you pick any number and start along the chain, it leads to a convergence towards that number. But it's physically impossible and infeasible, really, for a human to test every number, especially large numbers. Presto. It's not Mark Rober, is it? No, it is number file. Sure. Bet it is number file. 100%. Chrome looks simple, but is impossible. Why is this a video? Stop. What? How to add gravity and locomotion to VR porn. Thank goodness. Thank good. Number file. Number file. Number file? It was not number file. GG. Do I have to look through all the people who I subscribe to? 540 subscriptions. Are you kidding me? It's not Alan Pan. Cool YouTuber though. It's not Andrew Huang. Cool YouTuber though. It's not Anomaly. No comment. Apator. Rest in peace. It's not Applied Science. It's not Ashens. Definitely not. It's not Oral Noughts. Not Babish. Not Big Clive. I know his face. Veritasium. Yeah. Veritasium. That's who it is.
There is a hole at the bottom of map.
Quiet. Why all scorpions are fluorescent? I don't want to know. I gotta find it now. There it is. 3x plus 1. The simplest math problem no one can solve. The Collat's conjecture.
This is the most dangerous problem.
Shush. 1? They're all converging to 1 there. There you go. So it has a convergence towards uno. And it has perceived likeness towards occurrences in the universe. Quote unquote. That's what we call coincidental. But it's really hard. It's a really hard thing to to talk about coincidentals. While you were looking at YouTube, you solved the stupid problem. Hips, snaps, images, collants, closed form, crop with. Do not click that, friends. Do not click that link. Scratch.mit.edu. Untitled HTML. Yep. That's what it does. There is. Thank you for the nice. This is Untitled 146. He's doing it. He is absolutely doing it. I salute your efforts. Much pog, very GG. Click see inside. I don't want to. I remember the last time you said don't click see inside and it was fine. Now you're saying click see inside. It's going to be a nightmare. It's going to be a spider mess. One line of code. One line. Well, it is just a simple mathematical formula. And if it's one line of code, there's no recursion, so at least it'll be faster than doing the fucking brilliant. Yeah, doing the sequence. The sequence, yes. T. Combat menu. Magic menu. Right. So the combat selector is going to have a magic menu and an items menu. Which are going to be prototypes of each other, really. I should have made them a base class and gone from there. Too late for that. Pretty much too late for that, at least, in my estimation of the matter. It's 5 PM already, Jesus. I don't want to know about no 5 PM already, Jesus. But that does remind me that I have to check some things on my phone. And my phone specifically. In the meantime, you can talk amongst yourselves about solving mathematical equations and stuff. And Scooby-Doo-Doo-Doo-Doo-Doo. Nice. Very, very nice. Extremely poggers. Yeah, I can play Pokemon till like the early hours. Definitely very. We can do loads more development. That was the final point of. Anyway, how to solve any math formula? Type it into Google. Write your code. God damn it. Again. Platform engine, but my brain is too puny for fast code. It's not wasad, so it instantly points off. Up is not jump, my friends. It's. Do you have like a? Okay. Arrow, I guess. So there's some interesting stuff going on. You can jump onto the top of platforms. You can hang off the side of platforms. You can climb up the side of the platform. Kind of. If you hold right while you're stuck onto the edge of a platform, is it like a lip hang? That's pretty cool. It's kind of hard to see if you can do it like lower down though. I'm bad at platformers to begin with, so it looks like it will bounce you off if you are below. Yeah, okay. That's pretty cool. You got an edge hang mechanic. I like that. Kind of. But you can't jump off an edge hang, which is frustrating. But you can jump after you've fallen, which is weird but nice. It's one of those Twitch platformer style. Also, you can't jump indefinitely, but you only get one jump. It's like one of those Twitch platformer things, like Celeste, I think, has a drop-down jump mechanic. That's pretty good. I like it. I'm wondering if some of those things are accidental. You rate it 13, you won't tell her what it's out of. So you see, you can bounce off the ledge, you can jump onto the ledge, but if you miss the jump professionally, fuck. It's hard to do on camera. You stick to the ledge and, oh, am I sliding? PG-13. PG-13, yeah. No, it's pretty good. The collision's a little bit funky, but, you know, it's in the title. The one thing, yeah, it's just, you know, it's a thing. It's a style. PG-13 because it contains one usage of the word fuck. Good code. Good code. Not good code. What do you mean? It looks great to me. It looks fantastic. You don't even know Scratch, do you? I made one game in Scratch, thank you very much. Now I'm gonna have to find it and show you, prove it. Scratch.mit.edu. That didn't do anything, I wasn't typing. It is the second one. Yeah. I'm a baller. I know my stuff. You can play that all you like. It's very addictive, but it's also very simple, and the difficulty doesn't ramp hard enough, I don't think. It took 24 hours. Anyway, I've been mildly distracted from the actual task of developing a game here, so I was going to, in the combat selector, we have code for spinning the combat selector, and instead of spinning the combat selector directly, I want it to be able to spin the item menu and the oh no, I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me. Why are there 4 enemy sprites? Yes. I don't know. I made that years ago. Don't ask me questions about the project. I have no memory. There should be 2 enemy sprites, realistically. There's only 2 enemies. There's the squid and there's the rectangle. The rhomboid. What you should be really asking me is, how did I get dank alpha transparency in a game that runs basically in the Flash engine? That's a better question. Oh, I also don't remember the answer to that either. Wait. Ooh. Yeah, those little squiddies are transparent. Translucent in the middle. Well, it's squishy. It's a ramping system. There is a ramping system, yes. You can also only fire 1 bullet at a time, because I didn't know how to make clones, proxies, or whatever. however you call them in the Scratch engine. So that's going to be in the player character, or the player controller, sorry, where we do the input for rotating. Oh, we actually have enter magic menu, combat phase 3. So we can actually just do that here. If we are very gentle, I'm going to disconnect these. And I'm going to connect these. Using this. And I gotta have one for each. So there's mouse wheel down. And mouse wheel up. So let's have a look at what the combat phases are. So combat is phase 2. Enter selection, character placement index 3. Character placement index 3. Is that right? Enter selection. An event with customizable name and parameters. That doesn't seem right to me. Okay, enter selection is whatever. It is a thing. Apparently it's called 0 times. But what do we use character placement index for? A place actor, determine index to spawn and update spawn booleans. So I'm not sure this is a thing. Bug? I think that might be a bug. Enter targeting, current targeting requirements, combat state phase 5. Item menu is phase 4, magic menu is phase 3. So phase 3. So combat is phase 2, right? Placement is phase 1. Yeah, phase 2. I don't know, would you look at that? It says ACW. I don't think it did. Do you remember last yesterday I was doubting myself that I put anti-clockwise. There it is. I don't think we need this in phase 1 or phase 0. I don't think phase 0 is even a phase that we use, so we can put this as directly close as we want to. I think it's going to be about there. Have it lined up with the top of the thing. A little bit of space between. And then magic menu clockwise. I hope this is clockwise in phase 3. Call mend magic menu selection. Place return CAPCs. Does this work out of the box? I don't think it does. Because we aren't ever changing the combat mode to mode 1. But that's in the combat selector right here. Am I correct? Am I incorrect? Yeah, this is interesting, right? Where am I setting that? Enter item menu, enter magic menu, right? This is attack target, defend, run attempt, dummy skip, dummy skip. Update magic one. Attack target is a combat actor thing. Yeah, well done. Well done, Braino. Not that one. Because it will have an actor reference, yeah. So that'll be in the child actor class. Find event to mend primary menu selection. How does it work? We can attack people, right? No doubt this isn't even gonna function. So we can place, right? And that works fine. And then we get this. And we can attack. No problem. So that's in the combat actor. Is that seriously in the combat actor? That'll be in the combat handler. Dummy classes. This will be in the combat actor player character, I believe. The default for attack attempt. Yes. Right. Okay. Okay. Right. I see what's going on. So the right. I know it'll be more work, but it might be worth separating magic and items into different skills, different structs. I'm not gonna do it. Yeah, I don't care. They're pretty much the same thing, right? Just the magic function will check for MP, the item function will check to see if you have an item in your inventory. There'll be different checks and they'll be gratified. So that will in fact be a cool thing where we will be able to, by merging the two into one struct set, as it were, we'll actually be able to have items that cast magic spells for you. I guess that an item struct actually is going to have more information than a spell struct. So the magic struct will be held within the item struct. The item struct will also have things like if it's reusable or not, maybe. If it's a key item, if it's something like that. We'll have to figure that one out later, I think. Right now, I think just getting it to a point where we can do anything in combat would be fantastic. This is a little bit flimsy though. I don't really appreciate how it's laid out. But the problem is we have event magic item target, which is going to be triggered on something else. Yeah, this is tough. So we have PC VJRPG combat. UMG combat selects. This is what I wanted. So no, there is no high score leader table. I'm sorry. It was. Yeah, I agree. 100%. So we get rid of that. Come on, handle ref. Nice. Spent so long making. You're in severe pain. You spent so long making that. Bye code. No. No. Bring it back. Bring the code back. Control Z. Control Z. Player control. You can't. Didn't say. No. It crashed. No. Maybe next time. But I mean, you've done it once now, so redoing it won't take you long. If you were to want to redo it, that is. Moment of truth. Yo! Actually fire. Actual fire. That's hold on. I don't think you understand. Camera, come on, please. I don't think you understand how fire this is. So previously I was using the bracket keys to scroll through that menu, right? You were working on revamping my game. Oh wow. Oh wow. I am not worthy. But now, if you go into the spells menu, I realize you can barely even see the spells menu with the camera over the top. I have no brain about laying any of this stuff out. But I'm using the scroll wheel and it doesn't rotate the combat selector. There is no way to go back. And also... So we need to add a little animation filter to the thing so it doesn't do that. But your code decided to say F you to my code and deleted everything. Yeah, my code does tend to do that to everybody, myself included. I'll make an improvement and it'll be like, actually, how about you don't? So the UMG Magic menu, I'm really going to just add all these to a... It's going to take so long to add all these to like their own category though. I can't just select them all. I wish I could. And widgets is right at the bottom too. Can I hide widgets? Yes. God damn, adding something to widgets opens it. God. Gotta go now. Thanks for the stream. Thank you, Titan Seeker, for chilling out. And you have yourself a nice time. Wherever you're going, whatever you're doing. If it's sleep, sleep well. If it's work, work well. I don't know. That seems a bit weird, but yeah, thank you. And I'll see you around. It's always nice to see people come back from war. That's what keeps me going. I just want to hide them because the widgets, I've done everything I want to do with the widgets in the code. I don't need them in the variables tab much longer. There are a lot of them to update, but it's busy work. It's updating text, and that's boring. Have a good Thank you. I'll have a good I wonder if Titan Seeker is from Beijing. Or if they are from somewhere in the north of England. Did you know that people from Beijing speak differently to the rest of the people in China? They have a dialect. In the end of some of their words, instead of using li, they use er. The benefits of having taken Chinese at university. I know stupid things that no one needs to know. Nobody needs to know that, bro. Unless you're going to be a spy working in the Beijing area and you're not a native Beijing speaker, you would have to know something like that. To blend in, obviously. I guess you could just claim you were from Hong Kong. I don't know. You tell me why anyone would have to know one particular thing about one particular regional dialect of one particular country. I have actually, yeah, I was gonna say I've never been to Beijing, but that's a lie. I have been to Beijing. That's what the fuck? Why would I even bring that one up? Didn't speak any Chinese while I was there, because I didn't know Chinese while I was there, because that was before I went to university. I was a baby. In fact, I did speak some Chinese because the tour guide told us if anyone comes at you selling stuff or begging for money, you tell them no. And then she told us what to say. And while I was in university, I told some potentially native Chinese people who I had made friends with. It's a complicated. I don't want to get into it. Let's just say they're native Chinese. Fuck it. And I said, the tour guide told us to say this, and they burst out laughing like, that's so fucking rude, bro. Anyway, back off with the language experiments. Back on with the developments. Months. I've hidden all those things, so now I can add a variable which is a boolean. I don't want to be like can input. They're all can input. But actually it works. I want to collapse these to a macro. Initialize variables. And this is something I like to do. Right? Bear with me. You see what this does? This allows us to never ever have to break the chain. Never ever break the chain if we have to add a new variable to this. We have the chain is right here, but it has this first. You know what I mean? So you don't have to go back and go back and then go back and then go back and then unpin and then repin and then unpin and repin, sneak things in between. It's unreliable trying to drag things in and replace them directly, but yeah, anyway. So we may end up writing similar code to the idiot check in this, but for now it's just going to be a can input. True. And it's gonna, yeah, the first thing it's gonna do obviously is set can input to no. Oh, so one of the cool things about Unreal is it doesn't let you put delays in UI, which is for performance reasons, but at the same time, does not really make me happy. Because you want gameplay to line up with animation. So a lot of the time, Unreal Engine is designed to have gameplay probably be faster than the animation, and therefore there's no conceivable reason to not have the animation be unskippable. Perfect. It's beautiful. Looks like that works fine, and it looks like the addition, the moving of that visibility node has cleaned up our visibility a lot. What can I say? There is nothing to do here now, other than finish how the menu works. It's very convoluted. Like, I never thought that a video game menu would be this I thought it would just be very simple. Here are the options that get put into the menu. Here is the way the menu progresses. And then you click the button and it does yes. But actually, the menu code has been fractured across multiple different areas of the game. It doesn't make me happy. It makes me sad. It makes me anxious. I just wish I had a brain that could organize it a little bit better, maybe. So I had thought about using the no errors. Yes, no errors. So we have a combat handler, right? And I thought about using the combat handler maybe as the main pipeline for all the combat. It's meant to be. At the moment, it really does just do the combat order. But it could do the combat order, and it could also do the requests from the menu and the player character and the enemy. And it would require maybe fewer casts from the menu to the player character and the player character to the enemy. That never happens. Actually, never the player character to the menu, player character to the combat handler, menu to the combat handler, menu to the enemy? No. The enemy really does just deal with the combat handler. But I figured it's, you know, that's late game refactoring that we'll probably do after we get a game that actually works. To MEND magic menu selection. Custom event magic select proxy. And this is gonna call the custom function magic select doi. Custom event magic select magic select. Get skills local. Get cursor position. Get copy at there. Gonna put we don't have a reference to the combat selector, nor do we have a reference to the combat handler. We should probably get a reference to the combat handler. At begin play, maybe. Get actor of class. Combat handler. Promote to variable. Swoop. Remember, your games don't get developed correctly if you don't make the swoop noise. It's key. Error. This blueprint itself is not a PC VJRPG combat C and therefore must have a connection. Oh. Oh, hello. need that. Fixed my game a bit. Nice. I'm gonna check it out. Right after I clean up all these wires. Because they're a little bit unruly right now. Not something I appreciate or approve of. Is that it? Like this is just a little. I want to give these constructs a name, like a tornado or something. Oh, that's not a tornado. That is a separate item. I see. But that does come out of here, so we can just plug that in. Bit of SFX difference between the two enemies. Oh, cool. Movement, scaling, and optimization. Did you add colliders at the top and the bottom of the screen so you can't escape the enemies? Up and down arrows control your ship's space to shoot. Survive as long as you can. Debris, but better. Lamau. Yeah, I can still just leave the area. It's cool. I have lost a shield? How? If they get to the end, you lose a shield? Really? Bro, that's brutal. That was a mechanic so you could pause the game. Why would you take that out? You're evil. That's hardcore gamer level. I realize I'm playing this off screen. That's nice. I'm not logged in, so I didn't do anything with that. That's nice. Stream it. Okay. Like the movement fix. Or the glidey floaty movement? No. No. It's meant to be pixel perfect. Like adding like a glide to it is like oof. Adding a glide to it is like it removes the kind of the mechanical input aspect of playing a game like this. No offense. I also don't like how it will remove your shield if they get to the end of the level. No. That's not correct. That is incorrect. It's a bug, not a feature. Because you're meant to just chill here if you want to like go AFK and get some drink or something. Then where is the challenge? You play the game. If you sit down there, you can't make any points. It's a point game. You get a point readout at the end of the game, right? So you aim for a high score. And then when the red boys start spawning in, it gets harder and harder to a point at which you die. And as I say, the ramp up was way too slow in the original. So you end up with scenes like this, which are just easy. Play it for a while and it will get hard. This isn't Neko Power, dude. Wait, no, I didn't. Why are they so fast? Like they're unreachable. Look at that. The red boys need balancing. Ooh, double. It's really fast. Yeah, it's really fast. Like, they can't be faster than the speed it takes to traverse the full screen. Otherwise, it's mechanically impossible to play the game. It's the same problem I had with Halo Infinite, but the enemies are mechanically superior to the player to a point at which it's impossible to actually defeat them. There's no fun to the game. It is just basically RNG at that point if you get hit or not, and you have to play the game like a turtle. Halo Infinite, by the way, really good Halo game. Possibly, close to being one of the best. Definitely better than Reach. Nerfed red dudes? Nice. Did you add a pause screen? So I don't mind you having a thing where it reduces your HP if they get to the end of the thing if you add a pause screen. Because I did it in a day, I didn't have really any time to do a pause screen. I don't really know how to do a pause screen as well, because you'd have to freeze all of the physics and all of the stepping and all the positions and everything, and it's kind of a bit of a nightmare to set up a pause screen, really. It's great in Unreal because you can just pause and it just freezes the game. But anyway, it's there's some nice things in there. There's some QOL improvements. I'm guessing some people will like the slidey movement. Not the original intention of the game, in my opinion, but it is what it is. It is a different movement mechanic. That's all I can say, really. You will create Manadono game if you give me a game idea. Or use a random game generator. How does this work actually? See a player character. Magic item target. Doesn't take any inputs. Player controller cast to bind to men targeting selection. Chosen skill name. So chosen skill targeting requirements, enter targeting, and then chosen skill magic item attempt, which is in CA player character. Magic item attempt to see a global unbind from mouse click. Activate magic item. Exit targeting. Delay. I think exit targeting would probably be load one up and try me, you'll make anything. No, these are actual games. I don't want actual games. Fuck out of here. Game idea generator. Here we go. Go make a Metroidvania pinball one-room pirate downfall game. So it's a pirate-themed, one-room per screen Metroidvania pinball game with the theme downfall. No. Scratch said no. I think that would be really easy to make in Scratch because it's one room. You don't have to animate like room transitions. You just have to solve one room and then it will just do. Also, get the fuck out of here. None of these. That was inappropriate ad content. Thank you, Google. That ad is cursed. I'm trying to stream here, Google. You trying to get me kicked off Twitch? Jesus Christ. So what was I doing? So we have to set. Actually, right here we need to unset. Set selected skill. Chosen skill. Chosen skill. Set chosen skill to be nothing, to be null. Otherwise, there'll be a skill in the chosen skill location, and it will mess up stuff for when we move on to other people's turns. Probably, maybe. Actually, that's not true because that's held in each individual player character actor. So, I mean, you could make a pinball game. You don't have to make a Metroidvania. You can make a pinball game, though. Dude, I want to make a Metroidvania pinball game. Fucking... Dude, that could be cool. Metroidvania... Hear me out. Metroidvania pinball game. So you can't lose. There's got to be a lose case, right? So I guess it could be like Jump King. So you have to get to the top. You have to get to you have to get to a specific area, and if you fall below a threshold area, you lose a ball and you have to start again. Something like that. But like each screen is a room, and each room has got different flippers to get you around the area, and each room is itself a pinball machine. And you can progress by going up through certain paths, and you can go back by failing that room, right? Quote unquote failing by dropping down. It's gravity based. Anyway, set chosen skill. Sounds good till you realize. 2 words. Ball physics. Use fucking Unreal Engine. Do physics all day. Do physics all night. We use complex collision as simple. Boom. Scratch. Oh! Scratch. I don't know, ball physics is pretty easy in 2D. It's just, you know, per tick add z, -9, whatever, negative whatever unit. And then, you know, add force, add acceleration on yeet, and then, because it's a ball, all interactions can be Newtonically perfect, right? So if it bounces off a wall, the you just get the dot of the normal and flip it, and then add the acceleration, or change its velocity to that, and then you have an X velocity and a Y velocity, and you just update its position based on those. And the acceleration is really easy, quote unquote really easy. I know it will take, you know, a little bit of time to write all the code, but it's not conceptually difficult to do, you know, theoretically perfect ball physics in 2D. Collision maybe. Again, we saw the was it you posted the collision earlier? Right, yes. Collision might be an issue. You should just download the Unreal Engine. Do it in Unreal. Easy peasy. Drag and drop, mate. You just confine it on an axis and you're gone. I really want to make that game now. Go, Streambug. You come in here, you ask for ideas, and now you give me ideas trying to distract me from my main project. Trying to corrupt me. Magic. Attempt magic item target. I'm gonna do something real screwy. This is nice. So I was thinking about just adding this vanilla as part of the function, but then I realized there might be like the odd chance where you don't want to be able to input directly after updating the text. This is going to give us the power in the combat selector when we unfold the magic menu, be able to just input directly after that if it has been set to uninput after using a magic blaster, for example. I think I already coded Fireball as a thing, so I think if we played the game, there won't be any particle effects or flashy animations, but there will be damage meted out to a skeleton if we select Fireball. And just to make sure damage is meted out, we will attack him first, so he's half HP. Interesting. Don't. No. Okay. That's fucked up. Apparently, that's not right. That's not right. That can't be right. CAC skill handler, baby. Come on. Break ST skills. Yeah. Skill Fireball. Yeah. That's not right. I need a better way of doing this. Dare I? Dare I? Okay, so that's, I've changed that now. I've changed it to what I would assume is incorrect. So I'm gonna have to either change the name of that value or change the way the code works. Interesting. Are we actually selecting Fireball? That is my question now. Temp attack requirements. Friendly deployment, no. Combatant, yes. So no, that was right before. So now I wonder, actually, index 1, Fireball, skill Fireball, friendly deployment, combatant. Friendly deployment, no. Combatant, MP cost. I know the problem. I know the problem. Will you hear me out? Will you recognize my problem? Anything but pinball. Would just make a Metroidvania then, or make a Zelda, make a Zelda time, top down 2DOF action adventure with a banging soundtrack and pigs. I don't know. Nice. Something simple, please. What is simple? The Zelda game came out in 1984. It's like the oldest example of a video game in existence. Okay, make the lawn tennis game. Make the lawn tennis game from 1972 that was played on a oscilloscope. That's got to be like the ultimate simplest video game, right? The what? Okay, never mind. Type in first video game to YouTube, you'll see it. Basically, all you need to simulate is a floor, a net, a ball, and an X threshold. So I'm confused as to what's happening. And then I remembered what's happening, and you distracted me. How dare you? And now I remembered what I was distracted by, and in fact that I can fix it. So cursor position is not correct. Cursor position is 0, is the 0th index, and we need the 5th index. So we need to add 5, and then modulo it by the length. Modulo 2. Got that song stuck in my head and I don't even know what it is. I don't even know where it came from. Very annoyed am I. You don't see it. Kirby. Oh, it's Kirby. I've never played a Kirby game in my life. So I don't know how I'd have Kirby music stuck in my head. Why is it always this video that comes up?
Is HelloFresh worth the price? Absolutely.
Is HelloFresh worth the price? No. Absolutely not. The ingredients they send you? Mm-mm. Oh no. Not fresh. It's the Craigathon. Well, this Quencher Craigless. Blueprints on C++. The answer is both. State of Unreal. Matrix Awakens. Creating a World. What was I looking for? First video game. Lawn tennis. Lawn tennis. Lawn tennis. 1950. What the fuck is that? Dude, that looks epic. You seeing that? Bro, I want that game. Bro, I want that. 1958? Are you kidding me? Tennis for Two, 1958. Space War, 1962. Dude, Space War looks fucking lit. You seen those vector graphics? Actually represented as vector graphics too, because they're on an oscilloscope. You check that display. This it. Kirby's Adventure. I'm not clicking that link, unfortunately. Game Boy and graphing calculator, beautiful. Yes, that is the song, almost certainly. Tennis for Two is the game. Here it is. Tennis for Two. Not Space War. Ooh, why? Copyright. Ooh, yes. Copyright. Dude, look at Space War. I want that game now. There's a lot of ghosting and burning, but this was created at MIT, considering the tech connections with the US federal government. I wonder if JFK ever played around at this. It looks a lot less cool in this video than it does in this video. That looks like someone who knows what they're playing. This, I don't know what this is. Lyle Bickley explains the PDP-1 and we play the original Space War. It's pretty cool. Electrons do not spin. They... Cool. Yeah, this... That should work now. Because I was being a bozo. So yeah, the cursor thingamajigger is not 1, it's 0, which is -4, 5. Because 5 is off screen, so I don't even think about it even being a thing, right? Oh, he... That's interesting. Yes. How do we check if the magic menu is out? Huh? How on earth do we check if the magic menu is out? And how do we put it back away when we don't need it anymore? The animation is in the combat selector. The skill to activate the magically targeted item is not in the combat selector. The magic menu knows nothing of the combat selector. And we have right here. This is messy. Like the animation isn't... Yeah, the animation isn't here in this blueprint. Maybe we can put it onto the player character. Because right now we have forward navigation, but we actually also need reverse navigation. We need to be able to go back through these menus as well. Which is gonna suck. Nice, not nice, unnice. The reverse option of nice. Your first broken game. Let's check it out. Stick fight easy. Slide. Slide, slide. Slide it more. Don't mess with my slider. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. Oh. It's like a shmup. It's like a reverse shmup. Where I cannot shmup. Ooh. Very nice. Very cool game. What happens when you die? But I'm alive. Cool. Very cool. Uh-huh. So I guess if we had a state counter, this is going to be an integer event construct set to 0. Set that to 1. And then if we go to our targeting in the player controller, Coleman targeting selection, switch on int, and the int is going to be get the combat menu, Get wheel selector reference. Get magic item state. Might do something with this. Bullet hell attacks for game. Last to move, don't let bullets touch red core or you die. Those instructions are outdated. Lamau. I don't seem to be able to move. I don't seem to have like a player character. They seem to be tracking the mouse. That's pretty cool though. Oh. Cool. So 1, we don't need to do anything. Sorry, 0, we don't need to do anything. 1, we need to combat selector. I guess we need a function to hide. Custom event. Hide magic window. So now, theoretically, if we go to play this, it should hide the menu after we've made our selections. I don't know what damage Fireball does. I thought it was a lot. This is interesting. Ooh, runtime error. Access none trying to read properly magic menu node. Set can input. Yes. Whoops. That is in the combat selector wheel because I used the magic menu and not the magic menu reference. It's apparently the magic menu. It's not a reference to the magic menu. Garbage. It's a variable. Just, it's not a variable. Yeah. Bro. I'm gonna go to it though, and I'm going to print. So let's see what's going on. Okay, that's a problem. So slow is at the top there, which would indicate it's in position 2. So when we increment the increment, update text, first index 0, last index 6. Cursor position plus the index of the loop -5. Hold on. What? Cursor position plus the index of the loop -5. I need to draw this. So we have the cursor position plus the index of the loop, arbitrary. Let's say it's here. 3, whatever. -5. So that's 2, 1, 0, -1, -2, -2. Modulo by the length of the thing, right? So We don't need that. We just need that, I think. The -5 is just to get us back to where it was. It already modulos itself though when we set it, right? So we shouldn't need to do that. Haste. Haste. That's wrong as well. We could try. Haste. Wait. So there's one off screen. Get out of here. There's one off screen. And then that. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on screen, and then there's one off screen. Oh, for fuck's sake. Right, and we're in. No, we're in this one. Right, so. The cursor position at 0. It's gonna be, wait, so it's -5 gets us to here, whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tower dive Tommy, my goodness gracious me, welcome. -1. +/-1, yeah. Oh no, lag. Lag! Lag! Alright, yeah, okay, my internet's tanking again. Don't worry about that. Do not worry. I mean, worry, but I mean, don't worry. It's nothing to worry about. If you want pristine frame rates, there will be a VOD on the YouTube. Spells. Fireball, baby! I thought Fireball... Oh, I didn't cast it, that's fine. Yeah, Fireball does loads of damage. Who is this? Default skill name. Yeah. Oops. Super cool. You've seen how I had little voxel animations. Super cool. Thank you. Where did you see those? Were you here yesterday? I thought you came on the gameplay day. But that's my memory. I have terrible memory. Okay, so some things worked. Some things did not work. Fireball worked. Using a skill that you don't have uses a skill that you don't have. It uses the default a null skill, but it does populate the menu with skills that it doesn't populate the menu with skills. doesn't unpopulate the menu with skills. That's what I'm trying to say. And it was -1, so I'm gonna change that to a minus. I don't know why it's -1, but it is. Is my internet bad or is mine? My internet is bad. I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on. You can blame my ISP or my USP or my SSP. You stalked my videos. Ha! Do you want to see the cool voxel animations? I guess you've already seen them, but you haven't seen them live. Oop. Got some cups. Please appreciate my cups. I like them. They are the right size and shape to be cups. Anyway. Oh, you did not. You saw. There are no words. There are no words. What is it doing? We will never know. That's super crazy. Like, briefly it loaded a shit lob that it had made. I'm gonna unprocess the characters from Nanite, because they don't need it. As funny as it is seeing the Nanite mesh. In fact, whoa, hold up. Can I actually see the... Where in the fripp am I? Alright, okay. Can I actually see the Nanite mesh? If I click on the Nanite mesh content. Meshies. Yeah, again, full apologies for the wolf. I start recording again. It is very, very tentative working in this engine online on stream. It is. It's very pushing me towards getting a stream PC. I use nothing for the animations. There are no animations. Just did a bounce. Oh yeah. And it's kind of to my detriment because there's this weird ticking when they walk. You see that? I don't know what that is. I don't know where that comes from. It's not in the code. Yeah, so basically as the animations are required, as required by the animations, more like I simply change the mesh. It's pretty brutal. It's pretty, you know, it's basically old school frame animation, but I'm doing it in 3D instead of 2D. My good lord, the frame rates are not happy today. The frame rate gods. Cycling static meshes, yeah, pretty much. I really should disable Nanite on them. Gives a kind of cool effect. I don't like it when it ticks. It's nice, like, for things like this, which just loop procedurally and don't have to loop the position of the character anywhere. Ladders and going up ladders and any interaction with stairs is fantastic. But walking and sliding down ladders, they need to be debugged before the game is released properly, because they annoy the crap out of me. Basically, I mean, it's functional, right? Your character moves places, but it doesn't look good. And part of the video game is the video, right? So it has to look good. It's just, that's part of it. It can have an aesthetic, but that aesthetic has to be well executed. Anyway, so yeah, it's using the Unreal Engine 5. We moved to Preview 2 because it had some bug fixes mostly. Yeah, we just swap out the static mesh and it creates that 1980s, 1990s 2D sprite animated RPG kind of feel, but it's a 3D voxel model. You have no idea how to make it bounce, but sideways too. Let's have a look at what our friend Streambook is doing on Scratch before my PC actually terminates itself. Did a physic, but only vertical and drag the circle. Nice. Got the stairwalk matching the stairs is nice. Yes, that is. It's like the most painstaking IK you could ever imagine. But yes, Streambug, that's good. That's really nice. Speedy. I think for those 4 animations, up the ladders, down the ladders, up the stairs, down the stairs, and the walk cycle, so 5 animations. I think it's about 35 hours of work, maybe 40 hours of work, just modeling and placing and then tweaking the code so it actually goes in the right place. Also, I'm really sorry we lost transcoding rights because our stream crashed. Please email Twitch if you want that to not be a thing anymore. I was going to show you the code. I will gladly show you the code. I don't know where it is. It is in... I don't think it's in character data, no. Conversation, call game BP? No. Gameplay? No. No. Actors, right. Player characters, right. So it's the test character. It's been a long time since I've been in this blueprint, okay? So this is animation. And yeah, it is as chunky as it seems. I'll just walk through the walk downstairs animation because that's taxing enough, I think. Right. It's not that much. Oh, click see inside your project. Okay. Two seconds. We'll see inside the Scratch project. It's not that much. That's pretty much what I expected. Set the speed by the velocity, change the velocity, set the speed by the velocity. And when it's grabbed and it's not grabbed. Yeah. That's how it do. But anyway, animation. So the first thing is to check if the static mesh is walk our place. So if it's the static mesh is walk our place, which is going to be the first or the third frame, the first or the third world block away from the stair. So if you stand next to the stair and press forward, or if you are a block away from the stairs and you press forward and you walk through the block and then onto the stairs block, that will be the animation frame that you will end up on. And then you will go into the stair loop from that animation frame, which sets the mesh, delays the mesh, sets the mesh, sets an offset, delays the mesh. And it does that over and over with the correct mesh and the correct delay and the correct placement. And the stairs were pretty tricky to do. And yeah, it loops until you get to the top of the stairs. And when you get to the top of the stairs, you walk off the stairs with a small little animation for walking off the stairs. Downstair recycle, whatever. So it's fairly simple. It's just wide. There's a lot to it. I can't collapse it into functions because there's a delay next to each thing. You can't put a delay in a function. You got to put a delay in an event graph only, which grinds my gears. I don't want to async anything because I don't want any kind of filters or anything doing anything. But when you're in an animation like going upstairs or going up a ladder, you can't cancel it. There's no physical. I might add a cheeky cancel for ladders or stairs. It could be done. Like if you decide you actually don't want to go up the stairs and it's a massive staircase, you could press back and it would maybe turn you around. midway. That sounds like a lot of work though. Anyway, the big thing was getting the foot placement in the right place, and also designing the stairs so that you could actually have a foot on the stair. It was quite an interesting few hours I spent going, how long does a foot need to be? A foot in my game is, I believe, 5 units. 5 voxels, which is 10 Unreal units, 10 centimeters, I guess, which is actually quite small. But there you go. Oh, 6! So the front is 3, and then you get the arch space and the heel, which is 2. So yeah, 6 long. Never mind. Yeah, don't know my own game apparently. But each stair I think is only 4 wide, so you get a weird toe overhang when you're going down the stairs and weird artifacts because it's each block is 16 voxels wide by 16 by 16 by 16. Yeah, it does work. It is messy. It's the kind of the trade-off. Also, my PC is not happy about any of this. So I think I'm ready to call development right there. We've already tanked the stream by losing transcoding, but we've seen some cool stuff. We've done some cool stuff. We've moved the magic menu up in the proceeds. This is one of the hanging meshes from hanging off a ledge. Obviously, a lot of the meshes are going to be reused for stuff like, oh, hanging off a ledge. Maybe this could be one of the animations for hanging off a ledge, as well as climbing up a ladder, etc. Maybe it can't because the toes are sticking out. Who knows? But it's an easy shortcut to make hanging off a ledge. You just have to change the legs, maybe the head. But yeah, it was a lot of work, a lot of fun work. Like, it wasn't a grind like making menus is. I would happily hire someone to make menus if I had the money to, but I don't, so I can't. It's the way it goes. Anyway, I'm gonna get out of here before Unreal Engine destroys my PC. And when I say get out of here, I'm gonna play some video games. On stream, if you want to join us for that. Gotta roll with it. Yes, absolutely. I'm rolling with a 37 frame rate on my OBS scene right now, so I think it's the C. I think looking at the C is just the wrong thing to do. I think we've saved and compiled everything up here, so I don't think there was anything else I was doing. I fixed... Oh, right, no, there was one thing I wanted to do before I left, but I don't really know how to do it. It's unfolding the menu, because we never set the item magic state here. We can do that here. And there it works perfectly. GG. Annoyingly, I'm going to have to do video editing wizardry on the back end, concatenate these files. It's not too hard. I have a beautiful, beautiful concatenate function somewhere. You need to head off. You'll be peeking around. Thank you, Tower Dive Tommy. Again, everyone check out Tower Dive Tommy. Everyone check out Irish John Games. Everyone check out... Black Boy Titan hasn't been around today. Is he okay? Is he feeling off color? They're all good streams. I don't know if Streambug, do you stream, Mr. or Mrs. Streambug? If you're a streamer, also check out Streambug. They're working in Scratch, like, with a passion right now, so not nice. You can stream, but you are presently not stream. You might do now. It's an interesting way to take up space in the day. Right. So yeah, let me do a little talk out. Yeah, did I do a talk out? Is that good enough talk out? Oh yeah, and thank you, Zero VRB. That's what their name was. The capitalization. Just warning, you're like 13. Oh, don't stream then. I think you have to be like 16 to stream to Twitch legally, or otherwise they'll ban you. Absolutely do not. Yeah, Zero VRB. Thanks for the follow. They were here earlier. Do I? Yeah, I think you do. I think you have to be... No, it's not nice. Well, I guess it is nice. It's parental controls and strict guidelines on having people who are massively underage. The immature being swayed by the user audience should not be cool. What about no mic? Nobody would know. Lamau. How would you stream? To be fair, I've seen people stream no mic, but they're usually doing art. Goodness me. I can close Notion as well. I can minimize Discord. What are we gonna play?